Hello, hello, hello. This is Talk to Magic, where we talk about dating, business, and all things as an entrepreneurial, motivated woman. Okay, so tonight I want to talk about why I broke up with my boyfriend. Okay, so there was this guy that I'd known since I was about maybe 16, 17 years old, and girl, let me tell you, he was very we'll just say we're not on the same wavelength, and he was not as motivated as I was to become a millionaire, a known public figure, or just somebody who's in the entertainment industry. Okay, and so first of all, I just want to say that having the same goals in life are very, very important. You never want to date somebody who's not on the same path as you, because you know, love can change your mind. Love can make you feel like, oh, well, I want to become a dancer. I want to be an artist. I want to be a filmmaker or something like that. Or maybe you want to be an accountant or whatever. And let's say you're dating somebody who doesn't, right? Well, the first thing is you've got to look at if you're on the same path. You never want to date somebody and think somewhere down the line that, like, hmm, you know, they're headed this way, I'm headed that way. Maybe I'm meant to go that way. You know, at the end of the day, your path is your path, and there is somebody out there who's going to be on that same wavelength, okay? So, first things first, I had to dump him, okay? I had to, because he was not on the same path as I was, okay? He wasn't as motivated. He wasn't as clearly driven as I am. So that's the first thing, okay? Second thing, you never want to date somebody who kind of puts pressure on you to do something you don't want to do, okay? So your beliefs have a lot to do with why you should or should not stay with someone. Now, me and this individual, we really didn't have the same beliefs. I'm clearly much more spiritual, and I do believe in God, and I do care about what God thinks about my life and how I live my life, right? The other person didn't. He wasn't like that at all. If anything, he was very new agey, very much into different things that I just didn't, things that I knew of, things that I did kind of believe in, but things that weren't as important as the core belief system that I have, okay? So I had to dump him, okay? I had to dump him. Um, thirdly, oh yeah, he put pressure on me. He put pressure on me to do things that I didn't want to do. As a female, as a Taurus, I like to take things slowly. I don't like to rush anything. I like to take my time and get to know people. And I don't want to jump into the sack, okay? I'm very respectable. I respect myself. I respect others. And it's one of those things where you kind of have to decide, like, okay, am I going to change my values, lower my self-esteem in order to please someone else? I know that there are a lot of women out there, or a lot of people out there in general, who don't really know how to keep their boundaries where they are. And the thing is, when you lower your boundaries or you change your boundaries for someone, they can see that. They can see that you're changing for them, and that you're acquiescing to what it is that they want instead of doing what makes you happy. So, or at least what keeps you in a state of calm, in a state of self-love, and in a state of peace. You never want to give up your peace for another person who cares more about what they want than what you want, okay? All right, so, and then, also, that was another reason why I had to dump him, okay? And then, aside from that, where he was at in life was nowhere near where I wanted to be. At the end of the day, you really do have to look at where people are in life. Are they ready to date? Are they mature enough? Are they well read? Are they educated? Are they, um, do they have skills that impress you? Okay. I feel like there's a lot of young people out there that really do want love, so much so that they end up kind of just accepting whatever comes their way. And it's just like, if you do that, you waste time. You waste valuable time just accepting somebody for who they are instead of looking for what it is that you want. And if they're not that, then moving on. Okay, like, that's what you really got to do if you really want to have a healthy, happy relationship that you're actually pleased with somewhere down the line. Look at where they're at mentally, because if you're up here and they're down here, there's going to be misunderstandings. There's going to be moments where they think, okay, she or he is all the way up here, and when they're with me, they're lowering themselves down all the way over here. They must care more about me than they do about themselves. And it's not that they consciously think this, but it's definitely subconscious. People make a lot of decisions subconsciously, and it can be really tough to really see that, but you see it by the way that they treat you. You see it by the way how much attention they give you, how much they meet you on your terms. For example, this guy that I was talking to that I had known for maybe about almost 10 years, there were many times where I would text him and he would text me back, but it was like I was usually the first one to text him first. And for me, that is not what I want in a relationship. And, of course, I would vocalize this and they would change that, and they made more of an effort to contact me first. But, it was never really exactly what I wanted. So I had to dump him, okay? So, I mean, with all that being said, there are so many reasons why you should or should not stay with who it is that you're with right now. And don't ever become desperate, okay? Never become desperate. What I mean by being desperate is accepting or settling, okay? When you settle for less, it is a sign of being desperate. Because at the end of the day, everybody has time. I mean, maybe not everybody has time, but it's kind of like who you invite into your life will have an impact on your destiny. They'll have an impact on your legacy. They'll have an impact on the memory that people have of you, and even the memory that you have of yourself. So, I mean, that's another reason why you should let someone go. Are they thinking of their legacy? Are they thinking of your legacy? So you might have to dump them. You know what I mean? With all that being said, relationships, a lot of the time when you're with somebody that you would be settling for, or somebody who's not on your level, or somebody who you feel isn't completely there and present with you, then it's going to end at some point anyways. So you might as well end it now and not waste any time, okay? Don't waste your time in love. Don't allow other people to take up moments of your life that you could be spending on your own, developing yourself, getting yourself to a point where you're actually proud of the accomplishments that you've made. Sometimes it's not easy. I'm not gonna lie. There have been times where I told him, this is what I want, that's what I want, and those things just didn't match up. And I really started to think like, wow, I would have to change my life. You know, I would have to become a different person in order to fit the mold of what this person wants. And that's not who I am. So, you know, maybe you have to do the same thing. Maybe do some reevaluating of your life and, you know, not only keep yourself safe, but keep yourself satisfied with your life and where you are. And you will meet somebody who's on your level. Never think that because you're not where you're at in life that you couldn't meet somebody who's headed to where you're headed. So always make sure that each day you're living life the way you want to live your life in the future. And if you can't do that right now, then just make sure that you make efforts to live the type of lifestyle that you want in the future, okay? And me making this video is a part of that for me. So with all that being said, please do subscribe, like the video, leave a comment, and I do give $10 questions or $10 answers, I should say, of all the dating advice that you might need. Let me know your situation, send me a $10 donation, and I will gladly help you in your journey, okay? Peace.